but she had also wanted to do another album. So one thing that's kind of hard is that there's this album she really once we were done with this one, there was another album that she was really excited about doing as well. And she already had lists of songs that were possibilities that she wanted to do, and it was a sacred album. It was an album of hymns, basically. Some lesser known and some fairly well known, and she wanted to have her own versions of these hymns that had really, really impacted her in really personal ways. And so that was something that she was hoping to get to. And I remember her talking about it. Yeah, we got to finish, we got to get this one finished so we can, work on the next one. And so that's something that, I've thought about this many times since, and I thought, oh man, I wish the thing that was hard is her voice. She was starting to have a harder and harder time with her health, but also her voice. And so, so for me, I guess, kind of the way I feel, and even toward when it was, when she was getting to a point where she just couldn't sing anymore, I remember thinking, Jamie's going to be able to sing this album. It's just going to be, we're probably going to get to hear it in the next life, because, she will be singing those songs, and at some point, I wouldn't doubt that we get to hear some of those in the way that she would want to, whether or not it's now, because, her heart has always been wanting to share the things that are most important to her.
Right.
And so anyway, so that was just kind of neat, though, to see the different songs she was choosing for that. And, the hard thing, and I don't know how much you want me to talk about the studio experience. Do you want me to kind of go into that, or do we need to break?
Yeah, we need to take a break. I do want to hear more about the studio, because that'd be fantastic here, because I don't want you to cut out short, but I do got to take a break. Before I do, you guys are talking about Butterfly Free, and that I played it too soon. So
it's cutting out a little bit.
So, What happened?
Butterfly Free?
Yeah, Butterfly Free. So you guys been talking about it. So, and kind of like upset that I kind of played it at the beginning. So, to popular demand, here it is again. Here is Butterfly Free, which I actually want to pay attention to this song. So, here you guys, everyone in chat room, everyone who really wants me to play it again because you guys missed it, Butterfly Free, Jamie Hartley.
Told you how to grow. You were not meant to stay on the ground. The net will ensnare, those soft wings will tear. Flutter, float, fly free. La 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 la. Flutter, float. All the flowers match your true color. Cut by the keeper and frail as you. They all turn their heads to see our wings spread. Float, fly free. La 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 la. Flutter, float. Flutter high.
Let's Talk About the Music is wanting your sponsorship to advertise on the show's podcast. Anyone, anywhere in the world can advertise. We're especially looking for small businesses, event and festival coordinators, and venues. For pricing and special offers, go to letstalkaboutthemusicblog.wordpress.com.
Live in studio on April 26, 2016. We're going local, everybody. Seattle's very own Johnny Sonic. That's right, guys. Johnny Sonic's going to be on the air with me, your host. We're going to talk about politics, music, and his charity's coming up right here. Let's talk about the music on April 26th. Don't want to miss it. Seattle's very own Johnny Sonic.
Join us April 13th on Let's Talk About the Music when the Action Adventure Circus Super Geek League will be talking everything geek. Find out why they are the most unique performance group in the Pacific Northwest. Also on the show co-hosting will be myself, character voice actor and vocal impersonator Ty the Voice Guy. All this and more April 13th starting at 8 p.m. on Let's Talk About the Music.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fallout Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us out.
Seriously, though, you guys really have a canine neutering website?
Hi, everybody. Let's talk about the music. I am Shells, your host, and tonight we've been talking and remembering a young lady named Jamie Hartley who passed away with EB, and tonight we're getting to know that young musician. Inspiring as she happens to be, she was inspiration. She was really into her friends and her family, and she wanted to sing as top as she can without and not allow her condition affect her life whatsoever. And Chris, we have one more person coming on the air, and that is, can you want to introduce her to us?
Actually, we have a couple more people come. Oh, you need one more right now?
Yeah, we got Dr.
Sorry
Julie.
about that. Well, many people in the EB community know our next guest. She's a dermatologist who she's volunteered at, countless hours helping at some of the summer camps for people with skin disorders, such as Camp Discovery in Minnesota, Camp Horizon in Pennsylvania, and Jamie's own Us EB camp in Utah. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce our next guest, Dr. Julie Winfield.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Please call me Julie.
Now, do you want me to call it just Julie or Dr. Julie, or how do you want to go by this?
Either's fine, I guess. Either's fine. Jamie, I think, would call me Dr. Julie, right, Novelette? Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and now you are involved in the summer camps, correct?
I am not as intimately involved currently, but I've been involved with the summer camps from pretty close to the very beginning. And I know one of the things you wanted me to talk about was how I got involved with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw a video. I was in my residency, and I saw a video. It was maybe less than 5-minute video. And I walked in to my chairman after I had seen this video, which was about kids, and I said, I want to do that camp. I want to volunteer and do that. And he proceeded to say, go away, I'm busy. So every day, I got to work before him. And as soon as he got there, I'd say, no, Dr. Strauss, I really want to do that. Go away, I'm busy. And I mean, he was loving, but that was kind of, he was pretty stern. And finally he said, all right already, do it. And I was not the person who developed the camp. That was Dr. Mark Dahl. At that time he was chairman of the dermatology department in Minnesota, and actually also had become president of the American Academy of Dermatology. So when all the presidents like to have kind of a certain thing special that they do during their presidency, and the camp he has a cabin up by that camp and decided to rent the space and have our first camp up there. But as soon as I learned about it, I needed, it was just drawn to it, and I needed to be involved. And it was the most wonderful, magical, rewarding, loving, part of my life. In addition to my children, of course. Mm-hmm. But there's so much to talk about with the camp in general. But one of the things that has remained is the people that interacted at the camp. Whether I'm talking mostly the campers. And then we ended up, so we had a camp for younger kids, and then we did a teen camp, separate sessions. And then sometimes people would come back, the older kids would come back as junior counselors. And the impact and the friendships and the bonds that these kids made amongst themselves and, with others, like the staff or the other counselors and stuff, was just unbelievable. And, in a period of the camp sessions were 7 days, and these are people, let's just say the first couple of years, they'd never met each other, they didn't know anybody, they're there, and within literally 2 days, you have such an amazing bond that really, truly is lifelong. And it is an experience of being at camp and interacting, and this love and connection and beauty just blossoms right before your eyes. And even now, 22 years after the first camp, on Facebook, people are lifelong friends. I mean, they comment on different things that people post, and they're there if anybody needs any support or assistance in any way. Birthdays, they get 90, happy birthdays. And so this community, even though now, many people, and many of the people especially who were there at the beginning, are spread out all over, but that tie and that connection runs through everything. And has
Miss Julie,
strong.
Miss Julie, I don't mean to interrupt you, but anyone who's listening to the show while we're on the air is echo back, and so I can hear it. Are you able to